Hello, artists. Let's talk about finishing our squash books. So I have already arranged and glued all of the pieces like in step 4. I'm noticing some that are like peely a little bit, so I'm just going to come back in with a little glue. Something else I noticed was there's this little edge that's like wanting to pop up. So that would be a time when maybe I want to trim this a little tiny bit smaller. So I'm just carefully cutting along the abstract painting. So even if a little bit of my background origami paper is showing, I think that is better to make sure that this can close. So I'm making some little cuts, make sure it's all together. Now, we want to think about how we can unify our design. So when something feels unified, it looks like it all sort of flows together. So ways that we can make something unified in art are to have some repetition and to have some like similar shapes and colors and lines. So I already kind of have some unity in my piece because I have some repeating shapes and lines, but I'm going to use one color of oil pastel to try to bring it all together even more. So if you have like a lot of colors, this would be a good way to unify, is to get one color to put on top of everything, and then I can make lines or shapes that sort of interact through multiple squares, so then it feels a little bit more tied together. So this could be like very simple, or it could be more detailed. I'm going to start with just like a curved line around some of these blue shapes to help tie it together. So if I keep doing this repetition, it's going to make my eye move throughout my art, because there's all this different kind of visual interest, right? All these interesting things to look at. And then I'm going to complete this shape. So since that shape didn't happen to fall on this side, I'm going to add it over here, which is one of the great things about oil pastels. We can do that, right? I think I might add one more nice size piece of oil pastel here. One more of these blue circles somewhere to kind of make this flow through. I think I'm going to do one over here, like off the page a little bit, just to keep that eye moving, because that's something that like stands out to me. I'm going to do something else with a different color too to keep this all like unified and sort of flowing together. I drew some of these like kind of curly Q lines with my green, my darker green. I'm going to go over those again so that they come back to be something that stands out in my art and doesn't really get like lost in the background. I think that would be a good thing to sort of tie some of these lines together. So for me, I'm going to look at how I can maybe make these feel like they're flowing, like kind of like a snake in and out of this page. So to do that, I'm just going to kind of keep adding in some more, trying to bring some that kind of connect together throughout multiple squares. Now, this isn't, of course, the only way to unify your design. I just really like to have something that moves between different sections, because I feel like that really helps it feel like those pieces are meant to be next to each other. So your last job is to really get everything unified. And like I said, this doesn't have to be something that adds a lot to your design, or maybe it does. Maybe you add like some stars throughout or something to keep it all tied together. So I'm going to keep working a little bit more. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Happy creating.